much. I'm Chandler Morrison here from Cookeville, along with Chris King. Chris, how we doing?
Doing well today.
We're here at the TSSAA State Championships. Marion County just got done with their game earlier. They lost to Tresvant 42-20, and we kind of been looking at the stats, looking at everything going on. And Chris, what's your takeaway from this Marion County loss?
My main takeaway from the game was Marion County came ready to play, but Tresvant proved to be too much in the fourth quarter as they outscored Marion County 20-0 or 22-0 in the fourth quarter, and went on to win 42-20.
Yeah, and that fourth quarter was very crucial. As we got some sound over here, that fourth quarter was very crucial to the effect of injuries was a very big factor in that. You had two injuries to Corey Murray and Hunter Zeman. Both of them had to leave the field of play on a stretcher. We won't apologize for the sound behind us. But I thought that was very, very crucial in this ball game. Early it looked like Tresvant had the upper hand. Marion County came back. It was 20-20 going into the fourth quarter. That was a very crucial moment in the game when Hunter Zeman went down, especially because that was the first injury. And he's a firecracker on offense. He's kind of what gets everything just going. And I thought that was really crucial in this game. Talking about this season, Chris has covered Marion County for a good part of the season. Is this the Marion County team we saw earlier in the season?
I would say it's similar, but the fourth quarter just didn't look like the team we saw all season. The first three quarters, Marion County came out as the usual Marion County, playing good defense, running the ball. But I would say the fourth quarter didn't look like the Marion County team we're used to seeing.
And I think that was something we were talking about during the game was that, this is as challenging, as much of a struggle as I've seen all season for this Marion County team. And I watched them. I was at the South Pittsburgh Marion game where they lost, and I don't think they struggled this much with the team. I think South Pittsburgh was just so evenly matched all across the board, but Tresvant wasn't evenly matched. I think Tresvant was more of, we're so good in this area, we don't have to be evenly matched with you in this area. And something else I want to know was the passing game that we saw early in that second quarter. Or actually late in that second quarter, Marion County and Tresvant combined for 0 passing yards. Now Marion County had 2 and Tresvant had -2. But when you go and look at the passing yards, there were 3 plays was probably about 99% of the passing yard is from 3 plays. But passing was really crucial. What about the rushing side of the game?
Rushing side of the game, Tresvant actually dominated that. They rushed for more than 350 yards as a team. Marion County had about, I believe, 160 around there. I would say Tresvant definitely did dominate the rushing game today, though.
And they did. And I want to go back to passing for a second. Both of these teams at the end of the game combined for 117 yards. Most of that was on 3 plays near the end of the second quarter. All but probably about 20 of it was not. But a nice game to watch as far as across the board. It was a competitive game into that fourth quarter. And I thought even late in that fourth quarter, even with the injuries, it still stayed pretty competitive. I felt like Marion County was just overcoming those few plays where they did score, as opposed to maybe being on track with everything. But we're live from Cookeville right now at the Blue Cross Blue Shield Bowl for the TSSAA Class 2A playoffs. And any final comments, Chris?
Great all-around game for Marion County. They didn't come out the victor, but can't knock their season. They had a great season this year.
You can't do that. Anytime you lose 2 games in a season and that's it, that's a pretty good season. You have to at least go undefeated 4 games to get here. And a quick note, Tresvant, they were actually a game away from being sub 500. If they had lost their first round game, they would have been sub 500 on the season. Here they are playing against a team in Marion County that took over their region like that. And I think a start of the contrast is that Tresvant has been able to come over that adversity all season, where Marion County's not really had that adversity to come over. Not that they've not had adversity, they've just not had the kind of adversity that Tresvant has, being the 3rd seed, having these grade discrepancies and things of that nature. But I think that's very crucial when we look down the line of this game of who could face adversity better. I think Tresvant did a better job of that night.
I would say Tresvant did face adversity better. They're not used to this spot, so obviously they came out, finished the season 9-5, I believe. So they avoided going sub 500 record. But Marion County did come out well in the first 3 quarters, but Tresvant proved to be the victor in that 4th quarter there.
All right, I'm Chandler Morrison.
This is Chris King.
And we are TSS in the Valley. We're coming at you live from Cookeville. Marion County lost 42-20 in their ball game earlier. But for us, it's going to be a good night, and we'll see you next season.
See you guys.